Extremely sorry for the delay to the start of the stream again. My game is having issues into joining lobbies and making sure everything is set up. But we are live. We are racing here in Las Vegas for Tier 2. I have no idea what my Twitch is doing. Hopefully we can join the session. If not, that's going to be a bummer. Game loves communicating with online services. Gotta love it. There we go. Bang on. We did it. Okay. So now that we're in the lobby, I'm gonna go over just some briefing, some rundowns into what happened in Austria Reverse, Blonde pole and the win. Reese Dainty following him in second, then it was AJ third. Finally getting that podium. His internet held up. Love to see that. Beatnik, Slasia getting fifth in a Haas. F1 Union, then Mintoki, Fusion, Night Owl, and Bar2 running your top 10. Leonard, who I believe got banned. And then SV, also the other DNFing supervillain, finishing a lap down in 17th. Simon 16th. Zakaria 14th, who was the one impacted. And then you got Jackson 15th, Yavuz Tugra, Mickey, and Kylan. The rest of the finishers. Or here in Vegas, Beatnik's backyard. Reese wants to beat him in the backyard. He even said, I want to beat the bastard in his backyard. Please do not censor me, Twitch. This is a PG-13 stream. EXO in the chat. Welcome, sir. Moments away from getting it going. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just took a brief intermission to get some water in my system, some hydration. And yeah, we got 16 in here. We were supposed to have a full grid, so we're missing 4 people. Some lazies, probably snoozers, or they just don't know what time is. Reese complaining that it is 3:05. Technically 8:05 if you live in the UK, but I don't. American supremacy. And Mintoki has just signaled to everybody to ready up, so we will get this thing going. Yeehaw, cowboy. The thing about Vegas, it is a tricky track. Track limits could catch you out here, but it is high speed, so these guys will be running a lower downforce setup. Probably 0-0. I tend to run about a 3 or 4-0, maybe even a 4-1, adding just a little bit of that rear downforce as we see all the hotels in the background there. Planet Hollywood, Paris, the Aria, Bellagio, and MGM Grand. Name your favorite Vegas hotel, ladies and gentlemen. Mine, I would say, is that big one in the background, the Cosmopolitan. So here we go. Qualifying timer has started. The 18 minutes ticking down. 16 on the grid. Both Williams. Only one Mercedes. One Red Bull. One out, or actually both Alpines. One Haas, or both Haas's. God, I'm blind as a bat. But hopefully we get some more as the Sauber guys are rolling in Raz's pit box. I think Raz will be the first to emerge. He got that set up in quick. And he is out there rather quickly. Everybody's starting on the soft tires here for qualifying. They're not pulling the Royce Crown and going on the medium tire to start this thing. They're being smart. Of course, we love Mr. Crown Soup 77 around these parts. He is an RPL member. He is a free agent. If any academy would like to pick up a boy, hit him up. Royce Crown on Instagram. Raz was called up late to this race because Invade did not or could not be asked to even run it. He is paired with Jacksta in the kick Sauber. And, if he outperforms this Sauber tonight, this could be a clear indication that he moves up to Tier 2 next season. Even though I believe he should have been moved up sooner than, next season. Should have been moved mid-season, but, what's my opinion versus what the admins say? It really doesn't make any difference, as we have Raz starting his lap. I should have the lap data up as well. Comfortable wiggle through the first couple corners. He's going to utilize that battery down the main straight. Let's see what his hands are seeing, what his hands are doing. Very calm. Doesn't have that nervousness towards flicking the steering wheel. He's very smooth with it, and he locks up. So that will not be a good run for him. Maxwell's on his hot lap. He's going up through the gears. 5th, 6th, up to 7th. Normally don't see that, especially when Raz was in 6th in that kick Sauber. Maybe that McLaren's kicking a higher gear and being able to excel. McLaren definitely faster than the kick Sauber, but it's excelling right now. Up to 190 miles an hour. You saw that there, ladies and gentlemen. Hits the side of the chicane. And he's going to boost the ERS just a little bit. He's going to click over 200 miles an hour. Watch as the DRS applies. You see the speed being applied. Almost up to 220. 217. Hits the sausage curb. Gonna get a little bit of slipstream. I believe that's a Mercedes just in front of him. And Maxwell runs a 31-1. Respectable lap for the McLaren, who is next on the track to be able to say anything. Mintoki would be the next. No, Ferrari Reese. Reese burning the battery, fuel light on, underfueled it massively to the top of 30 and a half. Josh with a respectable lap as well, 31.3. Tadpole there in the background, 32.1. AJ, 31.4. Devin going through the first sector as a V car crosses the line as Bartu Kutikalayan, P7, and Toki goes P5 with a 31.8. There is another Ferrari out lap. That's Night Owl. McLaren coming through. That's Lateral Fusion. Gonna hit the sausage curb. Up through the gears he goes. Boosting that ERS towards the start-finish line. Lateral Fusion. Is this a good, respectable lap? No, it's an invalidated one. Never mind. He goes P3. I don't know why it took so long to show the lap time. Beatnik 30.8 in his backyard. Amos Devin P7. As Blonde goes P4 with a 31.1. Very respectable lap for him. Night Owl through the first sector. Boosting the ERS just for a little bit. But also sort of keeping it in medium here. So it's a weird strategy that Night Owl is doing here. Not really using Hot Lap around Las Vegas. You would expect them to. I would. These guys know more than me. 213 as he heads down the main straightaway. Hits the curb rather nicely. Does not invalidate the car. Yvish Tugra's in here. Welcome. 10. Now down to 5% ERS for Night Owl. Crossing the line with a 31.145. I believe nobody's going to touch Reese Sainty. He said in the qualifying session he beat Beatnik's best TT lap on his banker. What does that say? It was, I would also like to mention a happy late birthday to Leo Lund. That's all I'm going to say. Back to the racing action. Or qualifying action, I should say. Mintoki's up near a 10th. Could put her ahead of Devin. Kind of put him, make a sandwich with AJ and Devin. That is not a sexist joke, ladies and gentlemen. But she is outperforming this Williams as of late. 50% battery is going to burn it all the way down this straight. Yup, I called it. Mintoki knows what she is doing. More energy usage and saving than anybody. Goes 9th. Told you about that sandwich, and it has happened. She cooked it. Who else is about to start the lap? Tiro, Tadpole, Bartu, Union? Yeah. That'd be probably it. The top 5 guys in the pits. I said 5 guys. Bolts. They all about to stop the lap in it. Raz is riding a none. Shanghai as well. What about Maxwell? Maxwell's on a lap. Going through the first set of corners. Down the front straight. Or the back straight. Whatever you call it. Back, front. What I'm doing right now. Purple sector 1 from Axel. Sticking it in hot lap. Something Night Owl did not do through these sets of corners. Oh, what a wiggle and a save. And he drops it down to medium ERS usage. He might continue with this lap, I believe. I believe he didn't lose that much on the wiggle. Oh, he did. He lost 1.3. R2's up 12 1,000ths. Tadpole purple in the first? Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Could this be Tadpole cookery that we're about to witness? Sticking in hot lap. Getting DRS from Night Owl. Oh, or is that Reese? No, it's not Owl. In the 46. ERS usage down the back straight for Tadpole. I don't like this amount of ERS usage. He's got to save it massively through here if he wants to use it all. But he was purple through the first. Could this be a miracle lap for Tadpole? P10, that is a miracle enough. 6/10 up. What a lap. House Boys 7:10 as it stands at the moment. Tugra's on a lap. Did he do a 26.5 through the first sector? He did. Purple, sector 2, 56 or a 30, I believe. So Tugra should be on for a decent lap here in the Aston. Not utilizing that much ERS through first couple or through the first 2 sectors, but now he's going to burn it, similar to Mentoki's ERS usage, and he's used it all and stays at the bottom end of the field in the Aston. Blonde to P2 with a 30.8. Beatnik, Laryl and Maxwell trading positions. It's all kicking off as it stands right now. Beatnik on his lap. He's in none. He's saving. Union hits bar 2, and he'll receive a 5-place grid penalty for the main race. That is huge. Actually, no, it's not. He'll start 18th. Night Owl to P2, and a purple sector 3 to boot. So, respectable lap from Night Owl. Here's Mr. number 48 himself, Reese Dainty, earning the ERS, looking to extend that pole margin even larger. 5 minutes to go in qualifying. Could he be going for back-to-back runs? Did he overfuel the car for that? He might or might not have. I'm going to turn my computer on so I can see chat better. Here in a few moments, I will look at that and do all that. But right now, Reese is on a flyer. Oh, he's down 12 1,000ths. Oh, no. The first lap might have been the lap for Reese Dainty. Might have help from the kick Sauber in front of him. But I don't think Reese will do it. I don't think he'll improve on this. Sliding a little bit. Yellow flags in front of him for 3 cars. ERS usage, he might burn it all. Did not improve. Raz, the 8th in the kick Sauber. Oh. Wow. And Toki's up a 10th. Promote her possibly to the top 10 in the Williams, using a lot of the ERS. They could have one more run in this. If they get back to the pits quickly, I believe there's one more run. Forgot about how much time they saved in doing this. Everybody coming into the pits, I believe, for one more run. SV in the chat saying EXO is bad. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Indeed. So. Oh, what was that pit entry line from Reese? That might need to be looked at, because that was a little illegal. I know he did it when no cars were around, but I think, doesn't the rule still apply? I'm not going to submit anything. You guys be the judge of whatever the hell that was. Because why is the marshal just waving the green flag like that? That was very zesty. Phoenix on his outlap, so is Night Owl Blonde, Maxwell, AJ, and Reese is retired. He thinks that first lap was the lap. Josh on his, almost everybody going on theirs. Born in Shanghai on his lap. Raz retires. I believe Jack still will as well. Shanghai's down 15 1,000ths, but everybody is out there trying to fight for pole. Hunt down Reese Dainty. Those in the 30s, maybe AJ or Josh can maybe squeeze it and maybe get pole out of this. First one that will cross the line is F1 Union in the Mercedes. Then it's Maxwell on his flying lap. We'll take you through it. 5th gear. Gonna apply the DRS. He's in 6th gear. Gonna flick it up to 7th to 8th now. Flicks off the ERS management. Sticking in hot lap is Maxwell. Breaks it all down into 3rd gear. Not as much throttle as I would like. Up into 7th gear. Brakes almost touching the wall. There's a lot of cars locking up there. That's the kick sour of Jacksta, who came out on his outlap pretty late there. I don't believe he's going to have enough time to get around the track. Fuel light on for Maxwell. 52% battery, easy brake, goes into the braking zone. A lot of wiggle there from Maxwell. But he is purple in the 2nd sector by 3.5 tenths. Could he challenge Reese Dainty to the start-finish line? DRS applied for Maxwell. This is on. Terode. Rev limiter is going crazy. Josh in 9th. Here we go. Union will cross the line first. He retires. He hits the wall. Something is going crazy on my screen. Maxwell 2nd. Night Owl up 5 1,000ths. This isn't over. Phoenix 2nd. Night Owl in the pits and hits the wall. Blonde isn't done either. 6th. Haas coming across the line. That's Tadpole. Then a V car of Bartu, Kutakalayan, or Shanghai. Bartu finishes 17th. Laurel is the only man that can do this, and he won't do it. Reese Dainty on pole. Wow! 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 I don't think Shanghai's got it in for pole unless I... Yeah, no. Reese. It only took one to do it. And that one was a special one. Josh has just pinged me saying, do I use a 2.6 hog cycle deck? Yeah, I don't know what that is. But do not adjust your TV set, ladies and gentlemen. We are going into the main race in just a few seconds. Reese Boy on pole. Followed by Beatnik. Then it is Maxwell Laurel, Night Owl AJ, Blonde, Tiro, Josh, Raz, Devin Mintoki, Tadpole Yavuz Tugra, Jax says Shanghai, Bartu Kutsikalan, and F1 Union, who will actually be starting all the way from Austria reverse this time out. He gets a 5 points penalty, so it acts like he's starting 23rd. Fireball Hamlin just said a 15-year-old just won the ARCA race. Nobody cares, kid. You tried to get signed by every single academy in RPL and got denied. We're waiting for the ready up signal, which will begin the 30-second countdown to the lights out. MGM Grand in the background there. Beautiful hotel. You can see the Topgolf netting up there as well. Put in the chat, what is your max carry distance with a driver? And what is your go-to golf club or brand? You can see there's another hotel. I believe that's Caesar, or part of Caesar's Palace there as well. It's one of the main buildings there. I don't believe it's a center building. Invade says I use a sneaky golem deck. Are we talking about Clash of Clans? Because I've never played that game in a day in my life. Mintoki has just said ready up, so we will start the 30-second countdown. Tiro is typing, and he says, sorry for being rude, exclamation point. Love to see the apologetic mindset. Nah. So, Boot Scoot Boogie. Here are the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in Las Vegas. Everybody, lights out and away we go. Reese leads Beatnik. It's a good start, even start for both of them. Reese gets clear. Tiro and Blonde going at it. They're 3 wide. Back there. Holy hell. As they race down the back straight. Or the front straight. 4/10 the lead for Reese Dainty. Their tire strategies are on your screen, powered by AWS. Medium hard, medium hard. Thank you, Amazon and AWS, for powering and giving us these race strategies for the race. 25 laps around the historic Las Vegas circuit. Raz is making moves. Tucker is falling down the order. down to 13th. As we got a car around that's it's actually Born in Shanghai and Bartu Kutukalayan having it out. And they're probably going to tow each other along to try and get back into this race. Well, look at the tires that everybody is going on, mostly mediums, along with 3 hard runners, Reese, Raz, and Tadpole. As everything seems to be settling out. Beatnik in his backyard is better on race pace than he is quali pace. I've seen that. I've raced with Beatnik around here. His race pace and quali pace around here, insane. Mintoki down the order in a 15th. Being attacked by Yavuz Tugra and this trio ahead of him. Beatnik takes the lead. Maxwell 3 wide for the lead almost. 2 by 2 as they enter turn 1. Maxwell just in the lead. Reese will take second. Battling it out, ladies and gentlemen. The race just started and we track action that you guys deserve week in and week out. Always imitated, never duplicated. This is RPL at its finest. Maxwell's trying to stretch that gap out, but the DRS and the ERS usage around here, insane to claw back your race. It is a train all the way to Tadpole as they enter the start of Sector 2. 3/10 separates Beatnik and Maxwell. 8/10, actually a second separates the top 5, including AJ. Lateral side by side. And AJ gets raced 82. So does Night Owl. Reese is tumbling down the order. He's fading. Fading fast. As your pole center falls down to 6. Beatnik takes the lead for the time being. Reese taking 5th. Lap 2, lap 2, lap 2, and we're all getting the action. Down the Louis Vuitton straight away. Through the last couple corners, look at the train of cars that you are seeing in your screen. AJ, the fastest lap. Now F1 Union all the way back there in 14th. Tugra makes a move on Jacksta. Battles all across the racetrack. We can't keep up with all of them. Might think I'm on cocaine with all this energy I'm pouring out in the commentary booth. But no, this is exciting things. Have you ever seen anything like this in your life with the amount of overtakes we're having here? It's like they're racing on an oval. It's like it's the Indy 500. It's not the Indy 500. This is Vegas at its finest. High gambling stakes here. One mistake and you're out. These guys are playing and pressing their luck. Sorry, CBS. I stole your trademark. Second lead for Beatnik. Nothing is calming down just as of yet. There's an Alpine. Trying to finish what I said, but got rudely interrupted. Sorry. Beatnik 34.4. Fastest lap there. The train has yet to separate. Reese making moves on AJ. They're side by side. AJ is lagged out. Oh no, and I don't have him added. Oh no. Bummer. What happens when I don't get everybody added? I'm probably going to be, well, have great voice crack. I'm probably going to be heavily lectured and ridiculed for that, but that is okay. I am all for it. Getting by the ghosted car of AJ. So, well, most likely the entire grid except for the B carbs. Beatnik ahead by a second. Field sort of trying to stretch out themselves a little bit. Devin gets by AJ. Excuse me. But everything's cycling out as it stands. Laryl rebounding. Beatnik as it stands. Little wiggle. Mintoki gets by Jacksta. Battle out. Tapple gets by the ghosted AJ. 7/10 the gap for the lead. As AJ has joined back. The curse, it remains stagnant in Austria, but it is in the gambling capital. The Ferris wheel in the background, it is not running, but the sphere is. The sphere is looking at our drivers. I believe the sphere has a name. I think it's called Orbi or something like that. Pretty cool. There's a Venetian Expo. See in the background. A lot of other shops that F1 didn't put the real name of those shops, but I believe as part of the Caesar's Palace shops, if I'm not mistaken. There's the Hard Rock Las Vegas in the background. A lot of places where you can stay and spend the night, but a lot of places where you can lose your money. So please gamble responsibly. Please drink responsibly. Because we don't want anybody, losing their money or drinking and driving or all that. As we go to lap 6, I will dedicate this to Michelob Ultra. So whoever leads this lap, they get nothing. But a big, big gift. And that gift is more racing as F1 Union goes into P12. Half a second the gap. Beatnik over Laurel. Reese Dainty still there. Just 6/10 back. Night Owl, 4/10 back from him. Maxwell sort of still sitting there in P5. Blonde in the Williams in P6. Got, I believe, demoted. Or he just had to step up to that McLaren in Austria reverse. But, yeah. He won that race and now is sitting comfortable P6. This could mean, for Blonde, a Tier 1 spot next season. We don't necessarily want him to be moved up, but if that, so be it, That's the call. Is Reese making a move on Lateral Fusion? Side by side going into the corner. Oh, Reese might have got squeezed. He might have got squeezed by Lateral. I believe he did. It's not a good sign. Lap 7 of this race. Laps are taking about a minute and a half to complete. How long can those medium runners stay out there? I believe it's about 10 to 11 laps. Maybe Beatnik can stretch that further if he needs to. I don't necessarily see him doing that. Gas remaining stagnant at 6/10 though. Everybody's sort of remaining stagnant there in the background. We go to our leaders again. 6.5 separates them. Union making a move as Mintoki spins and hits the wall. Don't know what might have caused that. Might have got caught out by one of those guys up front, maybe Union or Jacksta. But Mintoki is down in 16th. Not where she wants to be. Someone has sent me a snap. I will multitask by doing a snap and a commentary. Hello. 4/10 the gap. Laurel gonna run down Lateral Fusion, but Reese is going to run down Fusion as well. Tuck's back behind. Raz gets Josh. 4-3-3. Might even get Tiro as well, too. In the same straight, Josh. Or Raz, sorry. No. Didn't happen. Starts lap 8. Fusion is closer this time to the back of Beatnik. Side by side, Reese got pinched again. Strike 2 for Lateral Fusion. He threw a fastball and a curveball at him, and Reese struck both of them. Tadpole gets Jacksta for P12. But that is going to be infuriating, Reese Dainty. Lateral lets him by. Night Owl gets through. Fusion might have felt bad for that scenario because now Tadpole gets Jacksta and F1 Union in the back row. But now this is promoted or demoted Reese Dainty down and out of DRS. He's 1.1 behind him now, as it's just these 6 cars in this train. Blonde is still there. He's not out of this yet. Raz gets Tira. What a Tier 2 race this is going for not Raz. P7 in the kick Sauber. 3 wide for the 7th spot. Hero gets it back. Raz forced out maybe in the wall, and he loses 3 spots. Josh around. Chaos down the Louis Vuitton straight. Lateral's in on from the medium tire to the hard. Taro in as well for the hards. And Bartu is backwards going into the pit lane. And he retires. Good job, buddy. You lasted 9 laps. Probably longer than your career is going to last. Union gets Jackson. No, they're still side by side. AJ might be getting through on this one. Bartu has left the session, probably in anger. P10 kick still cooking. And AJ clear of Jacksta. Half a second separates Beatnik and Reese Dainty. Reese is trying everything he can. He's saving battery down the straightaway. Beatnik's got 11. Reese has got 24. So double the battery usage for Reese Dainty. Sticks behind Beatnik at the time being. We head down the Louis Vuitton straightaway once again. Josh gets Yavuz Tugra. He is clear of him. Little slide. Yavuz might get this back here. No, Tuck's behind. Maxwell in the pits to put on hard tires. Beatnik and them stay out. Maxwell was not the only one to dive into the pits. Union, Jackson, Mintoki, and Josh say that's a good idea. Let's follow that and see where this takes us here with nearly 15 laps to go. Still half a second gap out in front. But that 6-car train has become a 4-car train. Make it 3. Blonde's kind of out of it now. So it's just these 3 with Blonde somewhat in this mix, but out of DRS. So these guys will pull away from him most likely. No. Okay. 4/10 the gap. Reese is right on the back of him, though. He's going to pull side by side with him. Number 46, Reese Dainty to the lead. 48, sorry. Damn, that made that commentary line worse. Oh. Rise to 5th. Ahead of AMS Devon. He is in the Ferrari server talking with our drivers. Beatnik, Night Owl, and Blonde in the pits together. As there's number 46. That is Night Owl. And Raz and Devon promote themselves on the podium as we speak. Tadpole there as well. AJ there as well. They're on 10-lap old tires. How long will Reese and Not Raz and Tadpole stay out on these tires? Jack, I'm going to send you an invite into the lobby. Please do not do a Qatar situation where you absolutely crash the lobby. Don't do that. But Jack has joined. Welcome, sir. Beatnik just about is 18 or 19 seconds behind Reese Dainty. So Reese does not have a pit stop margin over him. But he would likely come out, I believe, in that Laro Fusion, maybe the Shanghai range, I want to say, if this wraps out. But he has clear track ahead of him. So just learn. Lagged out of a party. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if you heard my beautiful voice in the voice chat. That was not ideal. I hate when Xbox, just loses the party thing. Lap 12. And AJ and Devin dive in. I got you, Jack. So Laryl pitted first of the bunch, along with Tiro. As Devin and AJ put on the medium, or hard, sorry. Shanghai as well in the pits. B-Carb having a stinker of a day as he puts on the hard tires as well. These guys will probably go to maybe lap 15 or 16, put on the medium tires, stretch to the end, and try to make up some ground. That is the only possible thing I see out of Reese, Raz, and Tad. Maxwell, technically the net leader of this race. Back 2.1 behind Tadpole. Beatnik is hunting him down, though. Beatnik side by side. Beatnik is clear. Will Night Owl follow suit, maybe? Yes, he will. Thought about it. Didn't make the move stick. Blonde there in 7th. Then it's Laryl in 8th. AJ makes a move on Devin. They pitted at the same time. Stuck behind Mintoki, Jackson, Tiro. That's the battle for 10th. That's the train for 10th. Reese still in front. Still out there. On those 12-lap old hard tires. Beatnik has caught the train of Tadpole and Raz, and it extends all the way back to about Laro Fusion. No, actually, no. I'd say Night Owl. Beatnik and Tadpole side by side. Beatnik sort of shoves them off the track. That might be looked at in the stewards, and he squeezes them. Nazi stuff from Beatnik, and Maxwell hits Tadpole. Allows Night Owl to go through. Tiro gets a penalty. First one in the penalty box all race. Good stuff from these guys. Lap 13, and that's the first penalty we see. But I think Beatnik and Maxwell might need to be looked at for that. That is Nazi stuff. Maxwell and Night Owl side by side. Night Owl gets clear. Tadpole gets clear. Blonde. 10-lap pressure tires for the Williams of Blonde, and he will set his sights after the Swede of Veer and Maxwell G. Reese in the pits for yellow striped Pirelli mediums. Raz stays out to incorporate the race lead. Night Owl there in second, technically the net race leader of this race. Mintoki gets Jackson in the background. Tiro speeds in the pit lane. Could this be it for Tiro? Could this be a retirement for Tiro? He's staying in the race. He's staying in it. The Alpine, the BWT Alpine, puts on the mediums, and he does retire the car. Hooray! Night Owl was the net race leader. He is the leader, as both him and Beatnik get by Not Raz. Oh! Maxwell in the wall hard! But he remains pretty much okay. Blonde and Reese get by him. Reese, Maxwell sending it squeezed. Like OJ in a cold glass. Reese still on the back of Maxwell. McLaren sandwich. Reese is in here. Nobody making moves through there. Night Owl surges ahead to a 1.5 second lead. Josh gets Mintoki. Mintoki falls to 12th. Blonde gets Raz. Raz in the pits. Maxwell thrill on Blonde. What a move. 11 laps to go. Taking him down. 1.6 the gap. As Raz and Tad pull in medium tires, they gotta make a surge through the field, hopefully to just score some points for their teams. But Night Owl's strategy has done a service for him. Even though Reese is on the best tire, he's stuck in 5th. Maybe Reese is trying for a 1-2 for the team, but how will it finish out? Reese is 4th now. He gets by Blonde. Eight people watching the stream. That's less than normal, but that's A-okay. 1.7. Night Owl is stretching this gap. Beatnik barely has any battery to work with. Born in Shanghai, the V-Carbon 16th. 3-second penalty for multiple track limit infringements. We can see all the hotels in the background illuminating their neon lights on a neon moon here in Vegas. Lap 15. Reese on the back of Maxwell G. Talks behind. Devin Jackson positions. As we start lap 16 with 10 laps to go, Reese gets Maxwell cleaner than anticipated. As he is just he's just carving the track out to his liking, trying to pretty much carve through the pack. Setting his sights on Mr. Beatnik. 2 seconds out in front is Night Owl, still in command, saving battery. So is everybody in him. Blonde is actually in hot lap. I saw there. But Reese, smelling the back of Beatnik, wants him, and he'll have him. Beatnik horses and the Tifosi here in Las Vegas. You can hear the roars of the crowd as they go down the Louis Vuitton straightaway. 1.5 seconds. Reese is pretty much just reeling him in. 33-1 that lap. Mintoki is 9th now. 5-car battle for ninth. Still on. 8/10 the gap for Reese Dainty. Look at how much he's climbed. Look at the turn. Look at the turn. First sector. They go through. Reese is 8 points. "17 laps have been elapsed with 9 to go. And there's a 6-car fight. 6-car fight for the win in technicality. In all terms that exist. There's the Encore and the Wynn Hotels. There's the Palazzo. Beautiful scenery all around. MGM in the background along with Park MGM. 2 separate hotels owned by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. And Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer is going to be proud of Reese Dainty taking the lead of this race. Down the Louis Vuitton straightaway. AJ gets Union there in the background. The kick Sauber swap for P12. Reese leads down to lap 18. 8 laps to go. Keep counting them on your fingers, ladies and gentlemen. Half a second. Now going to 6/10. The gap for Reese to Night Owl. Beatnik there, 6/10 back. I'm losing my voice. I'm losing breath. But I gotta keep kicking. We know this race is far from over. We know it isn't over until that fat lady sings. We know it's not over until God says it's over. We know it ain't over until one of those cars crosses the start-finish straight, until one of them lifts that champagne bottle, until one of them lifts a trophy. This ain't over until I say it's over. Second gap for Reese Dainty. Night Owl trying to do everything he can to gain on his teammate, but I believe they want to stay stagnant for a 1-2. Maybe keep Beatnik at bay. That might be the case. Louis Vuitton straight away once again. These 3 cars have been the main protagonists in this one. 7 to go. Second gap for Reese. Now 1.1, he is stretching it big time. Reese in full command. Night Owl knew Reese was faster on this occasion, and look what he has done with it. Tiro's wheel lost all force feedback, so that was the reason he retired from this race. A clear reason why, and that is a fine excuse to me. 1.7 the gap, almost 2 seconds. Reese has pulled across him. Night Owl is pulling the Checo Perez. He's making sure Beatnik does not disrupt the Ferrari 1-2 here. Laryl swaps with Maxwell, probably to keep Blonde at bay in a disrupting a 4-5 for McLaren. Beatnik gets Night Owl. The disruption has arrived. And the sandwich has also come with it. Beatnik in the Ferrari sandwich. The 1-2 is no more at the moment as we start lap 20. 6 to go. .8 the gap. Fresher tires for Reese, but will they give way? Or is he saving? Burning the battery down the straightaway. Night Owl's got the most of it. Night Owl's gonna pull alongside and tuck back. Equal tire performance. Equal tire wear on Beatnik and Night Owl. Night Owl saving. So is Beatnik. So is Reese. Reese burning the battery. 1.7. Beatnik is getting a 10th. And a 10th only. If Night Owl wants to make a move, it's got to be down the straightaway to keep the 1-2 alive for the time being. The illuminated lights from the Cosmopolitan are making sure these drivers are cheered on. Hard Rock in the background, the Horseshoe Hotel. Or I believe that says Horseshoe, but I want to say it's Horseshoe because of all the luck that you see in Vegas. You can tell Ryan Alcon all about the horseshoe and the lucky things that you find in a magician's hat. Yes, we played Family Feud yesterday. 2.3 the gap. Now, Mintoki gets passed by F1 Union. That's for 8th. Union has absolutely no battery. Mintoki should be able to get him easily. Yeah, pull to the left-hand side. No, tuck back out. Almost a 3-second gap for Reese. Oh, shoot. As it stands at the moment, the 1-2 still remains for Ferrari. Reese trying to stretch that gap even further. Night Owl's trying to play the defensive mind games on this man, the Las Vegas. Oh no! That was in the pits. Never mind. Thank God it was in the pits. Oh, my heart almost sank for my Ferrari boys. It almost sank down to my nutsack. Well, we're approaching nearly 4 laps to go. The handful is ticking down. Shanghai's stricken car is out of the pit box. And it should disappear at any moment. 4 laps to go, and Beatnik makes a move on Night Owl, still side by side. Night Owl ducks back behind. Josh makes a move on Mintoki. Easier said than done. Mintoki's got more battery. She's gonna burn it. But Devin is all on the back of her. Devin is on her ass. 3 wide maybe for the position? No. But Devin might get through still. Yes, he does. Not Raz. Passing for 11th on Mintoki. 3.2 the gap as it stands. Reese and Beatnik. I am sweating in the booth. It is hot here. Phoenix starting to bring that gap down, but I don't believe it's enough. Night Owl, clear of him again. More battery to spare. He's got 70 versus 14. Nearly quadruple the battery. Quintuple even. Watch Beatnik and Night Owl. I sure will. Thank you, Invade. 4/10 the gap between them. Things aren't ending between these two. Is there bad blood? There definitely isn't friendship. Phoenix shuts off the DRS. Still going. 100% battery. for Night Owl. 57 for Beatnik. The defense is on. Night Owl doesn't care. He wanted Reese to win this race. He knows that. But he's got to defend against the Mercedes of Beatnik. This is championship mind games. That Night Owl was playing for his teammate. It's a Ferrari 1-2 at this moment, and it would be an emotional 1-2. Phoenix still hounding him, pouncing on him like a greyhound around the dog track in Florida. But we're in Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, with 2 to go. Night Owl still playing the defense. 6'10" separates them. Laryl is 2.6 back. Don't count out that train behind him. But I believe Night Owl knows what he's doing. 100% battery versus 68. Oh, Raz! Out of this race. It won't bring out a safety car or anything like that. But that stings the Ferrari Academy. You know it has to. Raz was running well, and Raz is out. Night Owl still keeping him at bay. Keeping the gap behind those 2 at bay as well. %84 battery versus 69. Giggity, as Titan would say in those moments. But down the Louis Vuitton straightaway for the penultimate time, actually. 5% battery on Restain T. 1 lap to go. Presented by Pirelli. But we flip it to an overtake that I might have missed. Sorry. Phoenix gets by Night Owl. Night Owl's now going to do the clawing. Full battery applied. Burning it down the straight. No, he shuts it in none. What are you doing? Burn it, you madman! Come on! %100 battery on Night Owl. Phoenix matching it as well. Straight away applied. They're both burning it. They're both burning it. Down the Paramount Plus straight. To the Salesforce corner. Phoenix with a little bit of wiggle. Night Owl's got to burn everything in a pack. Madness. The ending of Phoenix backyard. You can call it Crash Multiplier. You can call it the Vegas Grand Prix. Night Owl's hounding him. Side by side. Sends it in. He got it. I believe. Still side by side. They're wrecking each other down the straightaway. Side by side. It's going to be a photo finish, I think. Still side by side. Night Owl gets the 1-2. Oh! Holy hell! Oh, Laryl Fusion P4, Maxwell P5, Blind 8-6-7, Union 8th, Josh 9th, Devin 10th, Mintoki out of the points in 11th, Jackson finishes 12th, Tadpole and Yavuz Tugger round out the field 13th, 14th. What an ending to this one, Reese. Here in Las Vegas. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I can keep up with that. Holy hell. Reese, victorious. In Beatnik's backyard, he said that he was going to do it, and he backed up his trash talk. Give him a Richard Mill watch after this race. He's going to need to spend all that victory money, and don't spend it all on gambling. Reese wins. Night Owl second. Beatnik third. Laryl fourth. I'm getting a lot of pings on Discord. I can hear that. Maxwell fifth. Blonde sixth. AJ seventh. Union eighth. Josh ninth. Devin 10th. Mintoki 11th. Jackson 12th. Tadpole, Yavustara, Notraz, Shanghai, Tiro, and Bartsu Kutsukalayan. Wowzers. That was fun. Exhausting. Exactly what that was. Exhausting, but it was also fun. But I'm saying I'm exhausted because that took a lot out of me. Alrighty. RPL. Thank you to the viewers who tuned in to the stream today. Thank you for all of your support that you do as viewers. And for viewers like you, thank you. As we go tomorrow into Spielberg, Austria, the Red Bull Ring, I'm Faded, alone in the commentary booth. Thank you for watching. So long for now.